Hey guys, how's it going? Alex here, All Day Cards. I got a few, what do I got, 6, 7, something like that. A few cards to show off, things in the past week or so. I am still working on picking up things. This is all from selling off a couple cards. I sold my LeBron James Topps rookie and a PSA 8. And with that, I got, if you saw my last couple videos, I got that Walter Johnson caramel, and then the Christy Mathewson doubleheader, the Mecca. I got those two, and pretty much all this. That's all from that one LeBron James card, which I bought for about $50 a year or two ago. So I thought I'd capitalize and get some stuff that I really wanted, and I'm not a big basketball collector, and I realize LeBron James will probably keep going up, but I kind of don't care. I'd rather have stuff that I'm really into. So I made the move and passed that one along, and been buying a bunch of other cool stuff. So here's the last of it. Not the last of it, but the rest of what I've been working on. So I was watching George Diamond Yard Sports Cards video the other day. He did that Slurpee coin video. It was all about the Slurpee coins. So I thought I was like, you know what? I used to like those. I only had a couple. Mine were from '87 when I was 11? Yeah. No. Wow. Math, guys. I was 9. So mine were all from '87. And I still have a couple of them. But I went back and got a couple other ones. I got the Eddie Murray from this is '84, and then these are the 285s that are from the different regions. So one's Great Lakes actually, and then the other one, I believe it said was West, which he's in the East. So I'm not sure if there's an East as well. There might be, and I might be confused if it was West versus East. I know one of them is Great Lakes though, and it's you can actually see there's a slight color difference. The top one's a little more orange. The bottom ones, or that could just be kind of a condition thing. Maybe it's faded a little bit. Who knows? But clearly the backs are two different colors. It doesn't actually say which one's which. I could probably figure it out. This one says JH. Then this one says AC. Atlantic Coast and something? I'm not sure. But yeah. Either way, they were labeled Great Lakes, and I believe the other one was West, but we'll see. So got the 84 and the 85, 285. This was all from the same seller. It was like $4 for all of them shipped in PWE, which I actually, side note, I got the mail one day, and I guess I had a bunch of stuff, and the PWE with those in it fell out and fell on the ground, apparently, and it had snowed. Here in Maryland, we got a little bit of snow and ice, and it's been kind of like that for a few days. And I came out the next day and I looked down and there's this like frozen envelope, and I was like, oh yeah, there's those. So I knew what it was, and I was like, Slurpee coins in card savers are pretty durable even when covered in ice for a night. But yeah, left those out on the ground overnight, so it wasn't too bad. So I got some slabs. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 6 slabs. All good stuff. Of course, right? This little hockey love for some of you are into hockey. Not a ton, but this is a Mike Gardner, not a rook. This is his 3rd year card, but it's a PSA DNA auto. So I'm a Capitals guy. I do like some hockey. I had season tickets in probably '88 with my dad, and we went to lots of games, and he was kind of a staple of those '80s Capitals teams. He's also like top 10 in goals all time. He's a super underrated Hall of Famer, all-time goal. I think he's 7th. He's 7th or 8th all-time in goals, which is crazy considering you can get a rookie card for like $15, and this is a really nice PSA auto this was like 20. Yeah. Cool one. And then the rest is vintage baseball. Also kind of inspired by, I was watching the Mike Baseball Collectors video with George Diamond Yard Sport Cards. They were talking about Carew and Nolan Ryan, and I was like, you know what? I actually don't have many Carews. I had or still have the 68 the Rookie Cup one, which is my favorite, which is why I have that one, and I have 71. Those are my only two Carew slabs. So I was like, let me see what's out there. Let me see what's a good deal. I always have remembered this card. I think I might have had a beat up raw copy at one point. I might still have it, but it was like real rough. But this was just sort of a value buy. It's a nice 6, super clean card. It's centered. It's got like a little speck of like, I don't know if it's like wax from whatever, but maybe that affects the grade. But it looks, if I were selling this on eBay, I would say it looks way better than a 6. Are we getting tired of seeing that on eBay? I am. Has a little wax on the back as well, but not a big problem for me. But yeah, I thought that was an awesome 6. It was pretty inexpensive, maybe 15-ish. I got another kind of random value buy. This is a 70 Joe Morgan and a 5. The condition's decent. It's got a little bit of the diamond cut tilt thing going on. It's pretty slight. It doesn't bother me. Sometimes that really bothers me, actually. I'm not that much of a centering snob, but I don't like the diamond cut tilt thing a lot. That kind of gets on my nerves. But this, it's just a hair. But otherwise, it's super clean. The corners are pretty nice. It's a 5. It was cheap. Again, like 15 or less. About 15. Nice clean back. But yeah, just adding to my... I'm kind of slowly doing all the Joe Morgans, which is a fairly easy task if you try. You can find him. He's got a... What is it, 72? No. I think there's one that's like oddly expensive. Maybe I'm thinking of the 73, which I think I have that. I forget. Here's another Carew, though. So another 6, the 69 Carew. Same photo as the 68, just zoomed in a little bit and with no All-Star Cup. But a really nice 6, pretty well centered. Nothing wrong with it at all. Nice bright back. So yeah, picked up a couple Rod Carews. My high school baseball coach was his roommate in the minor leagues. Side note, he talked about Rod Carew, and actually, ironically, he talked about how he was Rod Carew's roommate. And then, ironically, speaking of the whole Carew and Nolan Ryan video that George and Mike did, my high school baseball coach also talked about how he hit a triple off Nolan Ryan in the minors also. But he didn't get to the majors. He was in the minors for a little bit. But yeah, those were his stories. I got 2 more. These are a couple bigger ones. So I didn't have any Pete Rose slabs. For a while, I kind of ignored Pete Rose because it was like, oh, he's not in the Hall of Fame. He's probably not going to be. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, the guy is the all-time hit king. I really ought to have at least one decent Pete Rose card. So I used to have this card raw when I was a kid. My stepdad gave me all his 65s, and there was a Pete Rose in there. It was definitely not in very good shape, but I think I ended up trading it as a kid. You do whatever as a kid, and 20 years later, you're like, maybe I would have been nice if I didn't do that, but so be it. But it's a 4, which is kind of my favorite PSA grade, to be quite honest, as far as condition versus price versus how it looks in general. But love this card. I definitely like the 64 with the cup or the All-Star Trophy, but that one's kind of pricey for me. I have no interest in the rookie. So I thought I'd get a decent 65. I like this one a lot. I think I might even do a 65 set someday, and this was one of the last stars that I needed. So I thought I'd go for a 65. This one was reasonably priced because his cards are not cheap. But I thought I would go ahead and grab a decent one, and this is definitely one that I like. And then this last card is one that I had on my watch list for a while. You hear a lot of people talking about picking up Willie Mays now because it is true. As soon as Hank Aaron died, everyone was like, oh, who's going to be next? That's kind of how I think it was, It's a little morbid, but it's kind of how it was. This is a card I've wanted forever. I almost bought one like a year ago. It wasn't that long ago for to be honest, half of what I paid for this. it really was a lot less. But I love 55s. I always loved this one. I should have got it a year ago. I kind of figured, now or never on this one. So I mean, this wasn't crazy, and I was, like I said, I was using money from selling some other stuff, so I didn't feel too bad about picking up a bigger one. The centering's pretty off, and it has a little bit of surface, kind of white snowing. You can see on it. It's right there. So, but it's a pretty clean card overall. Centering is the worst thing, which, like, it's pretty much this. This is an SGC2 in the new holder, which I actually think looks great on vintage cards. I love the new SGC holder, but I just wasn't going to ever buy like a 4 or a 5 in this card, because these days, you look at a 5, I'm pretty sure that's $800 to $1,000. So that wasn't going to happen. So I figured this was kind of a now or never type of thing. I love the card, love the image, love the blue, the yellow, just the color, awesome. Love the set, love 55s. Pretty nice back, awesome card. Yeah, like that one a lot. All right, guys, that was a good amount of stuff. That's what I got. Hope you guys hope you're off today, President's Day. Oh, take it easy. Good luck getting through this winter if you're in that half of the country. All right, guys, bye.